Oh, straight up. I guess people are just waking up. Yeah, well, it's your boy Carcino here. Let's get into it. You wanted another hip hop story, baby? This is what I'm talking about. Tupac, when he was playing Batman in Michigan, baby. Oh yeah, many people haven't heard of it, or they heard some parts about what had happened and transpired during Tupac's show that he did in Michigan. Uh, on the Patreon, of course, we're going to go into more detail over there. Here, for a lot of reasons, we cannot go into a lot of details about what actually went down and the setup that led up to the events that took place in Michigan. Now, Tupac had a show that he was doing in Michigan State University. Okay, so we're going to go over the facts of the situation. The promoter who got the event had three acts, and they used basically the university because the university had, uh, they were providing the people because the students wanted to see a hip hop show there. So they're down there in Lansing, getting everything ready for the show, what have you. Tupac was an added addition to the program because actuality, see, people don't realize how Tupac wasn't as big as people think. It wasn't. You guys are probably young, so a lot of you don't remember Tupac even in his first three albums. He still was just like a regular artist considered. So he had Keep Your Head Up and Get Around, and they basically had him as an opening act to this little show that they was doing because he was out putting all his energy into putting out his new record that he was working on. He was working on the Thug Style album and the Thug Life. So he was promoting Thug Life. So he's with them and he's down there and they're thinking that they're getting the Keep Your Head Up, Get Around Tupac, and they're getting Thug Life Tupac. So so this whole thing was the energy level was a little different when you got Thug Life Pac and you got, I get your head up, I keep, get around, because that's what they think they're getting. And when they got there, they were completely shocked to know that they were way off base. uh, First off, Tupac manager, who's definitely somebody that they've spoken to, they're like, oh, okay, now this is a human being we could work with. He's like very respectful, very, unique, disciplined, like no problems. The money was worked out, so it was no problems. Pac was paid in advance, and he goes out, and when he's going out to do the song, there was a problem with the microphone. So the microphone problem kicked in, and all of a sudden, they were like, we're having sound problems. So the thing was delayed because they were having problems with the sound guy setup, and the microphones wasn't working. And it was two other rap acts there. Some rap group called MAD, Mad. Some like hip hop, you know, Michigan hip hop dudes, MAD. And the guy, they had microphones, and they had two of them. So Pac borrowed them. He asked could he borrow the microphones. They let Thug Life use the microphones and everything else. So the guy who worked for the athletic or the entertainment, who was like letting them do this and put this on with the promoter and everything, was saying, okay, this is a college university, so we can't have any profanity. Make sure that the group understands there's no profanity on, on the show and this and that. It's a college, university. We're not gonna have all this profanity doing there. So whoever at Michigan State that runs that was their job, to monitor to make sure there was no profanity being said on the college. Even though all the college people cussing and everything else, but still, this institution of learning. So there was no profanity that could be used. So Pac goes out there, they get the mic going, and he was like, "Yo, all right, y'all ready?" And they start going. And they're doing the songs, and as the songs are playing, the people are going crazy. And he's doing thug life songs, and they're thinking, okay, well, when is he gonna do "I Get Your Head Up," or "I Get Around," or "Keep Your Head Up," and all these things. So about 3 songs in, Pac is cussing up a storm and saying all these lyrics, and the guy's like, cut him off, like cut his mic off. So they go up to the sound man, and he's like, cut the mic. So the guy who worked for MAD, they told him to cut the mic, so he's just going to get his microphone because they're up next to do their act. And you could see the people. It was some people that was surrounding his manager's in the crowd. His manager ain't on stage, which I don't understand why he was out there. So people start surrounding him, and he's got Pac's money and everything. Now Tupac had a bat on stage as part of his, the thug life thing, his act or whatever. He got the bat on stage. So things went crazy because Pac is out there talking to one guy, and the guy tried to come grab the microphone. The guy from MAD, he was trying to grab his microphone. Pac grabbed it, and he was like, "Who cut the mic?" And he trying to get the mic from him. So him and Pac are fighting over the mic. So Pac slammed it on the ground, slammed the mic on the ground when they cut the sound off, and he picked it up like, "Hey," and finna grab the other one like, "Hey man, give me my mic." She's throwing my mics on the ground. So Pac is like freaking out right now. So as they struggling with the microphone, he snatched the microphone back from him. Pac swung the baseball bat at dude's head. And he missed, thank God, but he swung the bat at his head. Somebody pushed him, and then Pac look in the crowd, and they see that the argument is going on with Pac's manager. Pac jumps off the stage, runs over there towards his manager, and he's swinging the bat. Like, get up off my manager. So definitely this whole thing has went up. Everybody has started throwing blows and fighting on stage. The rest of Thug Life, the crowd is like, "Oh my God, it's crazy!" They're turning over chairs. The guy who runs the event at Michigan State's like, "I knew it! It's over! Shut everything down!" So now everybody's mad who didn't get to perform. It was only 2 other local acts, but now they ticked off. Pac's out here with a baseball bat, and that the whole thing is a mess. So after this event, of course, Lansing police couldn't wait to arrest Tupac to have some high profile, situation. They had to wait until they can catch him, and he had a show in Flint. They had to wait till he come back and get him so they can charge him for the events that happened. Because Michigan State, the university, did not want to be responsible for anything that had something to do with Mr. Shakur. And they wanted to charge him and make sure he do jail time. He ended up having to serve 10 days in jail. And out of the 10 days in jail, he had to pay a fine. He had to do a whole lot of different nonsense that they put on his head. It was terrible. It was real terrible. but he had to do community service or something. I think they end up playing to do something with that, but that was just another nightmare situation that will get explained in various, very detailed, very oriented details, so you can have a clearer picture as to what went down to really lead to this situation and all of this. But that's got to be done on the Patreon. We can't really do that here. You know, they already hate me. So, all right, y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Don't forget there's more to come. Don't forget to hit the Cash App up. Carcino's the name. Oh, and don't forget you can also join that Patreon. Carcino for Life is the name. I'm out. Deuces.